Thank you. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. By watching it, it shows that you have a vested interest in the ongoings of your city and that you truly care about what your leaders have done and what they are doing to ensure that the city is moving in a positive direction. My belief has always been that a city is made great by the people that live and engage in it. So as mayor, I try to take every opportunity to get out and meet with those of you that are truly helping make a positive difference in our city. I know that many of you watching are the ones helping make that positive difference, and I just want to say thank you. Thank you for all that you do. Yes, we all have our challenges like most growing cities, but you are the ones that remain steadfast and focused on all the great opportunities that the city of Killeen has to offer. Because of all your help and the many partnerships that have been created within the city, I can truly say that the state of the city, the state of Killeen, is strong. When a city is strong, people want to live there, and that is what we have seen happen within the last few years in the city of Killeen. As our city continues to grow, we have topped over 145,000 residents in the city of Killeen, and we continue to grow. With that growth, we require a dedicated staff of employees to ensure that all our citizens continue to receive the services that they deserve. Currently, we have over 1,100 employees dedicated to you, the citizens, every day to ensure that all your needs are being met. With growth, it is important that we have great management, and it is the City Council's job to find the right people to manage the day-to-day operations of a city with over 145,000 people and over 1,100 employees. And there are only 3 employees that work and are hired by the City Council. Ron Olson is our city manager, and he just reached his 2nd year this month as our city manager. Council, I believe, hit a home run when they hired him and has given him excellent reviews ever since he's been here. Not only on his annual required review, but on his 100-day updates that he also gives the council. He has done a great job in bringing in great people to be part of Team Killeen, like our current police chief and just recently an experienced assistant city manager. The other employee that works for the City Council is Judge Kimball. He was hired in 2014 by the council, and just this past year the council reappointed him to another 4 years after giving him an excellent rating. Our 3rd employee is Matthew Grady. He is also getting ready to celebrate 2 years with the City Council, and he is the internal auditor. And he also reports directly to the City Council and has done audits on city credit cards known as P-cards, beverage services, animal shelters, and more. He has also received an excellent rating from the council after his 1st year's evaluation. So I also want to take this time on behalf of the City Council to thank all of our city employees for the great work they do and the dedicated service they perform on behalf of all the citizens of Killeen. This past year, one of the areas the council was spent a lot of time on was updating and implementing new policies that help make the city more efficient. Our governing standards and expectations was one policy that we worked on. It was adopted in June of this past year and serves as a guide for council's protocols, procedures, and rules of order. The city's financial policy was also adopted by the council in December of 2017, and they are used to set the framework for fiscal management of the city. Another policy was the capital improvement policies. They establish a framework for planning, development, funding, and construction of capital projects. And the last one, this was just adopted actually in January of 2019, was our economic development policy, which main purpose is to attract new businesses and encourage expansion of existing businesses within our city. Next is our financial picture. Sales revenue was up 5% over 2017, and property tax revenue was also up. It was 1% higher than the previous year. We have an annual budget of $221 million, and in September of this past year, Council approved a balanced budget as we head into 2019. And the projected ending fund balance was 28%, which is great. You know, our policy manual says it has to be between 18 to 22%, and we're at 28%. Every year we do an audit, and last year we received a clean audit for the year ending in 2016. This year's audit will be done and reported in March of 2019. Next is disproportionate impact. It continues to be an issue that the City of Killeen continues to lobby for a fix at the state level. We want to see our veteran community continue to prosper and continue to receive the benefits that they rightly deserve. But because this was a state unfunded mandate and it affects us more than 20 times the state average, we are looking for the state to reimburse cities like ours that have experienced the unintended consequences so no other services have to be sacrificed because of budget shortages. This past year, the Council approved new revenue sources. First was a street maintenance fee. It has been one area where there has been a budget shortage. As our streets get older and start to deteriorate, it's important that we maintain them. Otherwise, it will cost us much more to replace them in the long run. So in order to do that, we needed to be budgeting at least $2 million a year. Last year, we only budgeted $300,000. That is why it is important that we have a dedicated, separate funding source that will allow us to maintain our streets. The other source is impact fees. Impact fees are collected from new subdivision based on the number of lots, but can only be used for infrastructure that is new, not existing ones. The process of getting this started is ongoing, and a committee of 15 citizens made up of various backgrounds have been meeting as required by the state. Next is our transportation. The Rosewood extension continues and should be completed by June of 2020. It is a $7.8 million project and connects Rosewood all the way to Chaparral Road and includes a bridge. Downtown streetscaping, KEDC contributed $300,000 to this project as part of a performance agreement with Solex. The project will begin in February at the cost of about $440,000. The extra is coming from the city CIP fund and should be completed by the fall of this year. The Killeen-Fort Hood Regional Airport. Employments are up by more than 1,500, which is 1% higher than the previous year, and the first time an increase since 2013. The DIAC projects, which stands for Defense Economic Adjustment Assistance Grants. Last year we did a security surveillance camera, monitoring, recording equipment, data storage, and fiber for military and civilian sides of the airport. It was an agreement between the city, the county, and Fort Hood. And good news for those of you that are hungry and waiting for a plane. We have a new vendor. Blimpie Subway Shop will occupy a vacant area and will deliver food to the secured area. Another great thing that's happening at the airport is that we have a new intergovernmental support agreement with Fort Hood. This is a public-military partnership, and it's the first time for Fort Hood. This provides airfield markings and minor pavement maintenance done by the Killeen-Fort Hood Regional Airport. It is a 5-year agreement at $517,000 their first year with 2% annual increase. This is a win-win situation for both Fort Hood and the city because it provides us with a new revenue source, and at the same time it allows Fort Hood to save some money. And the last project that we have at our Killeen Airport is what we call a taxiway improvement. The Killeen-Fort Hood Regional Airport has applied for a $7 million grant for a taxiway rehabilitation. Initial designs cost $701,000, and this is funded through a loan from our general fund to aviation and will be paid back to the general fund by September 2019. But if approved, it will create a $7 million project at our airport. Next is public safety. This is a very important issue to all of our citizens because public safety is on all the minds of all our citizens. But this year, great news. Crime rate has dropped. Our crime rate is down by 27%. Murders down 71%, robberies 55%, burglaries 26%, and vehicle thefts an amazing 60% down from the previous year. So I want to take the time to thank the great men and women of our great Killeen Police Department for the work that they put in this past year in helping lower our overall crime rate. And with that, one of the other things that was passed this year was our truck ordinances. The truck ordinances is something new that was passed by the City Council. And what that does is it restricts big trucks from parking within 600 feet of a residential area. And the reason for this is just for safety and noise abatement. And another important issue for the leadership of the city is the quality of life, which is very important to all our citizens. And we're always looking in ways to improve that. And one way we've done that this year is through our aquatic center, where over 60,000 visitors visit each year, and we generate almost $400,000 in revenue. And it was in need of maintenance for safety and welfare. The city invested $167,000, which the council approved back in February of 2018, before the start of the summer, to improve the pool facilities. Another area was the Gilmore Center. A lot of improvements are being done at the Gilmore Senior Center at a cost of about $209,000 that was part of the community block grants. And another area is at our Lions Park, at our senior center. It has been remodeled and open. We had a little bit of flood there this past year, but everything is back to normal. And we've added a special needs park. This is a community partnership between the Greater Lions Foundation, which comprised of the Clean Evening and the Clean Noon Lions Club. And they committed over $40,000 to serve as a matching contribution from between them and the Lions Club International. This is a great partnership between them and the city of Killeen in order to bring forth this great special needs playground. This year, for the 10th year in a row, we were recognized as one of the most playful cities. And for the 11th year, we were recognized as a tree city in the USA. Next is our business growth. With the growth of our city, we've been able to attract several different businesses. The first one that we attracted this year was MGC Pure Chemicals. They are getting ready to open up their plant in May and will hire staff that the average pay there is about $66,000 per year. Next is our downtown area. We've been working hard to revitalize the downtown area, and we're glad that we have a company out there, Solex, who has expanded. They expanded their operations and will be hiring about 200 additional employees in the downtown area. Another business that we were able to attract is called Z Modular. They purchased a 250,000 square foot building in our business industrial area, and they will be hiring over 250 employees over the next 3 years. And the last business that we're working with is called Top Notch Parking. They are looking to provide parking space for truck drivers. So even though we passed that ordinance where you cannot park in a residential area, that creates that business opportunities for entrepreneurs to create those opportunities for them to succeed. So we're glad to have all these businesses, and we look forward to attracting more with the tremendous growth that is going on in this great city. The other thing we do is we're always looking for ways to support our partners, Fort Hood. We are part of the Texas Mayors of Military Communities. We are part of the Heart of Texas Defense Alliance, and we have been recognized as part of the Great American Defense Community. That's all I'm going to say. And lastly, we got some hot topics coming on this year in 2019. First is our golf course. We're looking for ways to improve the quality of service that we provide all you golfers out there. And so we put out an RFP, a request for proposal for privatization. You know, it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to go that way. We're looking at all the different options. And so when we get that, that will be presented to the City Council so we can make the best determination that's going to be great for the city and for everybody that uses the golf course. The other thing is the council chambers. We got a brand new chamber that we're going to be in probably in February, and so everybody will get a chance to come by and take a look at it. So hopefully you'll come and visit and sit maybe for a council meeting. The other thing that we've done that's brand new is our city website. If you log into KilleenTexas.gov, you get a chance to take a look at our great looking website. There's a lot more features there, and you can do a lot more with this brand new website. You can actually use your mobile app. It's compatible with your mobile app, so most people nowadays, that's all they use is their telephone, and so you're able to use that. So it's mobile friendly. And then the other great thing that we did this year, and this is attributed to our city manager, is what we call an About Town event. We've done 2 events this past year, and so that allows the city manager an opportunity for the citizens to engage not only with the city manager, but with all the department heads. So hopefully you'll look out for the next About Town event, and you'll be able to attend that one. And the other thing we have is a Citizens Academy. This is a great opportunity for citizens to really learn about the ongoings of how the city works and it functions. You'll be able to meet heads of all the different departments, and they'll be able to show you firsthand the things that they do on a day-to-day basis to take care of all of our citizens. And then we also have our good news efforts. The good news is something that's done by our communication departments on a monthly basis. It's a video just like this one where you can keep tabs of what we do as a council, what the city does, any kind of events that happen here at the city. And please sign up. You can get that through our Facebook or through our city website. And lastly, we have an election coming up. May 4th is election time. We have 4 districts up for re-election. So one year is the mayor and at large. This year coming up is 4 districts, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So keep a lookout for those that are running so that you can get out and make your voice heard. Get out and vote. And that's it. I want to thank you for watching and being part of the solution, staying engaged. And if you have any questions or concerns, please reach out to either myself, one of your council members, or the city manager's office. So with that, have a great year, and I look forward to seeing you out and about throughout the city.